Hello everybody and welcome back to the Out of Time Film Podcast. My name is Tom and as always I'm joined with my co-host...
Me, John.
We're getting a Skype call, John. You!
Me!
It's John!
Yes, it's me.
Welcome back. How are you this week?
Yeah, I'm doing great. A lot of news, a lot of thinking to do what this week.
We've got things to talk about. There is
Yeah.
so much casting news.
Today, we've got something different.
We do. This is... we're not talking about just films today. Today we're going to be doing a ranking of our top 10 favourite video games.
Yes.
And I, for one, am very excited.
Yes,
It's going to be great.
Yeah, I just love it because video games are just like a different type of films because you get to be a part of it and you control the character or you control the story and it just goes it takes you somewhere else. So
It really does. It really does. Now, before we start the news, I believe that you want to
talk about
something.
Yeah. So, the other day, I think it was just before Batman Day.
Which was yesterday. When we're recording this.
So a day before, I was scrolling down in Twitter, just
As
seeing
you do.
what's up, and then there was a reading group. Well, not a reading group, a script read. Yeah, script read of. So you got Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Shia LaBeouf, Aniston. Wait.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. He was in La La Land. No, the guitar. He was Ryan Gosling's helping others.
John Legend.
Yeah, John Legend.
John Legend.
Yeah, he's in it. So I was like, oh, this is cool. They're reading something. I think it's a TV show, maybe. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
so I was just looking through, and then another person tweeted about Shia LaBeouf, and oh my god,
He was high.
he was high, and I thought he was just acting, but then when it was keep going and going, I was just like, it's okay, and he was like acting serious, like something in Titanic or something, but he was just like in a car. He was like in a car, just walking around like, yeah, give him a t-shirt and just,
He's up. For those of you listening at home, John has stood up and he is acting this out.
Yeah, and it was funny as the video showed you about the man just on his chair and then he fell back onto the piano and then he was like and it kind of looked like Brian May.
Yeah, he
and
did
then
in
the
that
dog
video.
was like,
You could see the weed smoke as well. Thinking about
he was
Shia
like
LaBeouf.
really high.
Yeah.
And, no, the funniest thing ever that there was another clip and then he was smoking the weed and then
Weed. Keep it PG.
So he was just smoking, and then Morgan Freeman, like in his original voice, I can't do it. He was like, he was smoking grass, and he was like dancing to it, and it was just funny. I recommend you seeing it.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
We love Shia LaBeouf.
We'll tweet that. We'll retweet that video.
Yeah.
On our Twitter,
Film.
Out of Time Film Pod.
They have
Follow
so many
us.
notifications.
Drop us a follow. Okay, so
Our
first one. We got some casting. We got our first bit of many casting news. Now, John, are you familiar with Ant-Man 3?
no.
Well, Ant-Man is gonna have a third film for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So far, it doesn't have a release date yet. I don't think. I think Peyton Reed, is still on to direct. And we just got a bit of casting news. Jonathan Majors, who you will know from Da 5 Bloods.
Yes.
Did you watch Da 5
Yes,
Bloods?
great
film. He plays.
Wait, wasn't he?
He plays the son in it.
Oh yeah,
He plays the son, I think.
Yeah.
And he's also in a new HBO show called Lovecraft Country, which
Oh,
I hear is really good. I haven't
Lovecraft.
seen it.
Is Lovecraft the
Writer.
Writer,
Yeah.
who writes really weird stuff.
Yeah, it's got Joni Smollett in it, who plays Black Canary in Birds of Prey, which you haven't seen.
I'm sorry.
Watch Birds of Prey. But he has been cast in the film, and it is rumored that he is going to play none other than Kang the Conqueror.
Yes.
As we all know, a Marvel villain.
As we know, we just know what we kind of know what each character is in superheroes, but
I'm not that familiar.
I'm not familiar with.
I don't really know Kang, so I'm interested.
I kind of do know what he is, but he's like a time traveling guard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the rumors before now was that it was going to be MODOK.
MODOK, oh yeah.
As the villain.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would.
I want to say, first of all, that would be ace. But now it seems like we're going to get Kang, and I'm not sure if this is a bit of a small film to have Kang in it. I feel like Kang might be a better suit for a team film or something like that.
Ant-Man is just like a bit of a small film. See what I did?
You're just as funny as the Marvel marketing team.
Wow.
That's literally all they do on all their posters.
Yeah, that was a good joke there.
Thank
you. So, yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it's a small film, and the Ant-Man films are not that serious. They're like
no, it's very light in tone.
Like Edgar Wright, he did the first Ant-Man, right?
No, he was gonna do Ant-Man for the longest time, but he hadn't really got kicked off the project because Marvel want to keep that formula, and his films are very out there, obviously.
Who directed the first one?
Peyton Reed. He did the first two. And he was going to direct a Fantastic Four film as well.
I didn't know that. Oh.
No?
Oh.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh. I thought... Oh.
No, sorry.
My dreams are ruined.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was Edgar Wright all this time.
It's not good enough to be Edgar Wright anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ant-Man films also aren't known for the best villains.
Yeah.
Like, Yellow Jacket's pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
Ghost is cool, but it's like, they don't really do much special. So it's like...
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm worried about this. However, Jonathan Majors is a good actor, so there's at least that. No matter what happens, they'll at least have a good actor playing the villain.
I don't know why they're going to go from Ant-Man 3. I don't know. It's going to be high stakes or something. I don't know.
I hope it's not like Ant-Man 2, which isn't bad. It's just really forgettable and really like bland.
There was like some stuff. It wasn't like a real Marvel film. It was just like something like you see in a comedy. I don't know.
Yeah. So we also have more Marvel news.
Yes.
This actually comes from the Disney Plus side. We have a casting for She-Hulk.
Yes.
And it is Tatiana Maslany. I may be butchering her name there, but let's just roll with it. I haven't seen anything that she's been in.
Nope.
I IMDb'd her, haven't seen anything that she's been in, but if she's good enough for Marvel, which generally have really good casting, she's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect from this series.
We see Marvel shows like Daredevil.
Great show.
I haven't seen the rest of it. I'm sorry.
I've seen everything up to Defenders, and I really like Daredevil. I really like Jessica Jones.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist is cool. Luke Cage is cool. Defenders was pretty good until the end. But yeah, this is a whole new this whole Disney Plus thing is a whole new genre, kind of a whole not a genre, just a whole new playing field because we don't know how far they're going to go with certain things.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen any Disney Plus shows yet because I think that Disney Plus shows are going to be like a bit better than, like we've seen like The Mandalorian. They take a different approach to it's a Western.
Well, hopefully it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's going to expand the universe and. Yeah. I mean, if I'm honest, I would have hoped that we would have had Disney Plus shows before now because I feel like there's some gaps in between some of the films that I really would have liked to see fleshed out.
I'm just hoping that it's going to be better. It's going to be better than the films. Like these Disney Plus shows, because I feel like that the film's a bit repetitive.
Repetitive. Yeah.
You just don't have like something that fleshed out with the characters.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
and if we're looking at what
one film and it doesn't spread out with the other characters.
Yeah, if we're looking at like 8 episodes, you've got loads of time to do that.
Yeah,
you've
got
like
different plot twists or different character development. I'm sorry. There should be a montage of me just screaming. Yeah.
But She-Hulk is a very interesting way to go because
we haven't seen.
We haven't seen much Hulk at all.
No.
Like,
but this is going to be interesting because she's a lawyer.
Yes,
and she.
It's interesting places to go,
and it could link up with Daredevil. But
sure. Dude, if that happened, I would be so excited.
Yeah, because
I think a lot of people, myself included, would love to see Daredevil back, and I think Charlie Cox does an amazing job in the role. John, we've got more casting news.
Yes, tell me.
I am so sorry, but this is actually coming from some set pictures from The Falcon and The Winter Soldier, which has recently resumed filming. I
thought it was coming out this year.
It's supposed to. I don't think it is.
Slip thing. Wait, are we going to talk about WandaVision?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
we are. So hold fire there, buddy. So yes, we have these set pictures.
You're right there.
Have confirmed the inclusion of Batroc the Leaper in the film.
Oh,
do you remember him?
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, he is the French pirate at the beginning of Winter Soldier who does all the leaps, he does the flips, he does the jumps.
Yes.
And Jinx, double Jinx, triple Jinx, quadruple Jinx. I'm not doing that. Go on.
So, we've seen him in Winter Soldier. As you said, he kicks, flips, and fails. I was about to
kicks, flips, and dips.
I don't know. Lyrical genius right here.
We did it.
So, yeah, I was pretty impressed of how well they used that character in Winter Soldier, like something that go against Captain America.
Yeah, it was a fun opening to the film.
Yeah, it was a really good opening.
I mean, Winter Soldier, in my opinion, is one of the best of the MCU. It's definitely up there. Yeah. And so we've got pictures of him. We've got pictures of Sharon Carter, who we already knew was going to be in it, but it's cool to see her. And we've got pictures of new suits for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, going beyond concept art. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
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 Okay, John. We have more bloody casting news. I'm really sorry, but we've got more casting news. This is a very strange rumor, but it is rumored that the next James Bond will be none other than Tom Hardy, the 43-year-old,
ladies and gents. Tom Hardy
playing James Bond. Do you think this is likely?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's likely either. He's 43, first of all, and
I don't think. Look, here's the thing. Tom Hardy, he's a great actor.
He is,
but I don't think he was.
Shout out to Bane.
Bane. Great. And in Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
And in Inception. He's a really good actor.
Yes, he is.
But I just don't feel like he...
Venom!
Yeah!
On Netflix now, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to subscribe to Netflix anymore.
No.
They just have really terrible films.
Cuties.
Oh, God.
Let's not talk about that.
We're not going to watch that. We are not going to watch that. We're going to burn it to the ground anyway. So, as I said, that it's not going to suit the role because it's not going to be too serious. It's a very serious film, isn't it? Like you got like Bond. It's Bond.
It's Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tom Hardy. If they're gonna go with Bond, I feel like they'd want to go with a new name.
Yes.
You know, Tom Hardy. He's 43. Yeah. As you just said, he's done loads of Christopher Nolan films. He's done loads of films, and he's got a real. Oh, why do I always want to say prestige? He's well regarded in the community, and I feel like if they want to get a Bond, you want to get someone who's going to carry the franchise for years to come. Yeah. And I just don't think that he can do it as a 43-year-old.
I just don't feel like I just don't see him as Bond. It's just out of character. You know, like he dressed smart. You know, like something that I don't know, like Daniel Craig. That looks a lot like Bondish.
Yes.
Type. But you know, like, there was some rumors that I
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
I mean, again, same problem. He's a big star.
Yeah.
He's older, but I don't know. I think I'd also like to see him. I'd like to see both of them at the end of the day, but I just don't think it's very likely, to be honest.
But Tom Hardy, if Tom Hardy can do this, that would be impressive. Actually.
Yes, it would be. It would be
right, on to our
interesting
next news. We are going to talk about
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Right.
So you were saying,
yeah,
Falcon and Winter Soldier may or may not be coming this year.
Yeah.
But what is coming this year?
WandaVision.
So, Disney Plus released a video,
yeah,
coming soon Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And WandaVision was on there.
Yeah.
Confirmed
so
for 2020.
My prediction is coming out in November or December.
Yeah.
Because you got The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't think it'll cross over with The Mandalorian. I think that it'll happen.
Right.
Let's say that Mandalorian is 8 episodes. Last season it was 8 episodes. Let's assume it's 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I think that if that ends at about
you got
late December maybe, then maybe WandaVision will start in mid-December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
You excited for WandaVision?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I think I really like Scarlet Witch as a character, and I think there's a lot to go with her. But I think the idea of the show is really cool. There's a lot of unique places it could go, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know. I don't think I'm as invested in the relationship between Wanda and Vision than I am in just Wanda as a character.
Yeah, but I just want to see that the more I want to see more stuff about her, about Wonder
Woman.
about Scarlet Witch and Vision. I feel like they're just a bit left out in the MCU.
They are, and I'm really glad that Scarlet Witch is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, directed by Sam Raimi. That has so much potential.
Yeah, I'm just really hoping it's going to be memeable.
Pizza time.
Good business.
Okay, next. Speaking of Disney Plus and speaking of The Mandalorian, we have a trailer for The Mandalorian. Well, but what?
I was just this made my week, by the way. I was surprised because I thought it was just not coming out, or we're just gonna go blind into the series or something like that. But the trailer looks amazing.
It does. We got new locations. We got some confirmation on where the show's going to go. Mm. Yeah, the voiceover about finding the Jedi. Child's clan, be it the Jedi or being the Yoda species. You got new characters.
Yeah.
There's a hooded woman played by Sasha Banks, who is a wrestler, I believe, and a lot of people speculate.
Wrestler?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know the woman in the cloak.
Yeah.
There's many people who speculate that this could be someone from one of the TV shows, which for me, having watched Rebels and Clone Wars, that is super exciting. Tom's weekly reminder for everyone out there to just go and watch Clone Wars and Rebels. Great shows. But I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited because I know I have faith in them because the last season was just amazing.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was.
I really love the music.
Music just won an Emmy.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I'm really glad it won an Emmy.
Shout out to Ludwig Göransson for that incredible score.
Yeah. Is he going to do this season?
Yeah. He'll be on Disney's payroll.
Disney. I just really really excited to see this because it's the Mandalorian. You got wait, where is he? There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, he's just a really cool character.
He is. I hope that season 2 is as self-contained as season 1 was. Meaning, we've got
a bit of mystery.
Yeah, season 1 wasn't connecting everything in Star Wars, and obviously there are rumors that it's going to connect with various things, but I just hope it doesn't.
Oh, okay. But here's the first thing is the shows the first thing is for Star Wars and non-Star Wars fans because you don't need to have that lot of knowledge about the the Star Wars universe, but then that could be a great introduction to them because they go, oh wow, this is what Star Wars is like, and then they get into that development, and then oh wow, and then second season we're like, okay, I gotta learn more about it. So
it's like I have a friend, you've met her, who has seen The Mandalorian, but doesn't care about the rest of Star Wars.
Yeah,
which is really interesting, and I think it's interesting because it's created new fans of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which people didn't really care about before, but this is more accessible. Like you don't have to watch it and have seen 11 films and 3 TV shows and played and video games and read books and comics. It's like there's so much to do, but you can just watch The Mandalorian and you can just enjoy it. Yeah. And I hope that you can still watch it on its own.
And you're still part of the fandom.
Yeah, you are. Like no one's like
Yeah, no.
You still got as much to talk about if you've only seen The Mandalorian. That's your only entrance into Star Wars. Okay, next we're going to talk about some gaming news. We've had some PS5 information. I know that you're excited about this. I'm excited about this. Yeah. We have release dates and prices. So release date is 19th of November. Yeah. Which is very exciting.
That's the same day as the most anticipated game this year.
Cyberpunk 2077.
That's going to be interesting.
That's going to be very interesting, I agree.
Because I know a lot of people are going to go, hey, does this game going on the PS5 yet? But here's the great thing about CD Projekt, that they decided to say that they decided to if you got the PS4 game, you get the PS5 game for free. That is amazing.
That's
a great strategy there.
I really hope Cyberpunk is good. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got our release date and we've got some prices. So it's £450. This is for us in England for the standard edition.
Yeah.
Now there is digital edition, which is £360. Now I like the digital edition is cheaper, but in my opinion, I think that there's no way in hell would I get the digital edition.
No.
Like. Standard edition, you can.
It doesn't feel right.
Right, standard edition, you can get Blu-rays. You have the games. If if your internet goes down, you're fine. Yeah. You can still play stuff.
But then, here's the weird thing about having a digital version of games or Xbox. I don't know. It's just it doesn't have that feeling. You put it in the game, and then you just have that wonder. But then you just click up a button, and then you can get it.
Exactly.
It doesn't have that satisfaction.
That's
like
definitely
go to game and grab the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go to the game, grab the game, play the game.
Get the game.
Get tired of the game.
Get it.
Sell the game.
No. Go game.
Get game. Play game. Get tired of game. Sell game. Repeat. Yes. Also, something that I actually read this morning was that there has been lots of problems with pre-ordering the PS5.
Yes.
And PlayStation has today or yesterday apologised for this.
That's the first time that I've seen Sony or PlayStation said this, because I've been trying to see where I could get it. I don't know, but in the future, because there's one exciting game that I want to talk about that I need to get.
Yes, we are going to talk about that in a couple of moments.
So, yeah, I'm just really... I have respect to that. Because
yes. For those of you who don't know, all different sellers had it on for different times. Like,
Argos, Game, Amazon, anything that
they all had it on for different times, and they all had different stocks, and there's been this whole clusterfuck about it all. But they have apologised, and I think they're just going to move forward, and people who want them will get them. Obviously, it's in high demand. But there was also some games in this event.
Yes.
First one I'm going to talk about is the Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy.
I was watching the live stream.
Yes. So I wasn't. I'm sorry. I watched the first live stream. It was great.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, the first live stream that gave me nightmares. Those live stream Bug Snacks. You remember that?
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh god.
No.
Anyway, so Harry Potter. So I've heard rumours before this thing was announced. So they were like, "Oh, Harry Potter RPG and stuff like that." So when I heard this, I was like, "Oh, J.K. Rowling." I was like,
But we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
you know,
do
know that we, you know, that we do not agree with her, and that we support trans people, and we, you know, I'm so glad that this game that they released, you know, the FAQs, their facts, and in it they did say that this money, you know, this game doesn't give any money to J.K. Rowling.
That's great.
Which is very good. Yeah. You know, that makes me feel better about wanting to buy it. She's not involved.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, it's a Warner Brothers Games thing, and that makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and that is really horrible.
Yeah.
And she's not...
She doesn't deserve that.
She doesn't deserve it at all. But I think the game looks good. I think the graphics look good.
I think...
Not much gameplay, but
it kind of shows, like, a showcase what the game is going to be like. And it's going to be a bit more fantasy in this game, because you got.
It looks like it. It looks like it. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of The Witcher a bit, because it's got spells, magic, and everything. It's Witcher has that. It's a great game, and I'm just hoping that Harry Potter, you would play it, because it's one of your favourite franchises.
Yes. I do love Harry Potter.
Yeah. You got
gesturing to my Harry Potter minifigures over there. I think, like, you know, exploring Hogwarts is something that, you know,
and
is very
1800s.
Yeah, this is a very big appeal. Like, obviously, we've explored Hogwarts in the Lego games.
Yeah.
I love the Lego games.
Great games.
So much. However, you know, I think, you know, doing it in a more tangible setting, you know, that's not made out of Lego and is instead, you know, better graphics. I think there's so much potential, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be bad, I won't get it, but for now it looks good, and I think I'll get it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so the next game we're going to talk about is for Spider-Man Miles Morales. We already had it.
Why does it have a terrible sequel name? I mean, when we were watching the live stream, we didn't like the name.
No. Before we start, we have to say, we're not fans of the name. We just think it's a bit of a
Horizon
name.
Zero Dawn West something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't think, like, across the board.
Oh god.
Not many of the of the names for PS5 games look that good, really.
Impact, like, to the title. But one game, you know, Resident Evil 8, that thing, it's called Village. I mean... Yeah, it kind of fits into it. Yeah. But it kind of... Yeah, they need to work on the title.
They're good titles out there. I think I've become more... Like, I accept the name, you know, of the game. Name of the game.
The name of the game.
But yeah, what do you think of the gameplay?
Miles Morales.
Yes.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay, so I played the first Spider-Man game.
I haven't, but I know a lot about it, and I hear it's great.
But it doesn't have that... the combat is a bit stiff.
Do you think?
It kind of has that Arkham games combo.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
Arkham... this one looks very different to me, because...
Do you think?
So, first of all, the graphics looks amazing.
They do.
It has been improved a lot since the first game.
I love his suit. It's got a great suit.
The suit's brilliant. And
not as good as the Spider-Verse.
Oh, and there was a Spider-Verse reference in the game, I think. There was.
What's that?
So you see Miles and his friend go walk out, and then you see the Spider-Verse, Peter Parker's Spider-Verse face on the wall.
Oh!
Yeah,
cool.
That's him. Yeah,
cool. That's really nice. I hope you can wear the Spider-Verse suit in the game, because...
they had that in the first Spider-Man game.
Yeah, because the Spider-Verse suit is incredible.
And, the combat looks very different.
I agree, it looks great.
Because the first game, you see the different sides. You've got, like, Peter Parker's ones and Miles Morales. I think Miles is a bit more, like, a bit dangerous, a bit more off the rails, but...
Yeah. Well, he's got different powers as well, so there's a different dynamics. I'm glad that this is in the first game. From what I've experienced in playing it, and obviously I haven't played the whole thing, but what I didn't like were the side missions with Miles and Mary Jane and Peter. I just thought that they were a bit more bland. However, for the sake of the fact that the Miles stuff was setting up this game, I think that's going to be really interesting to experience, and I hope that the
see.
game doesn't have the same, like bland missions where you just walk around and you have to hide from people.
And then grab the pigeon.
Grab the bloody pigeon.
Yeah, I'm just hoping this is going to be a good game to play for PS5 starters. You got to get starters for this game.
I agree, but. The game that you are the most excited for, the game that I am gonna let you talk about the most is God of War 2.
Yes.
Talk to me.
It's called Ragnarok, by the way.
It is called Ragnarok.
So, and another thing, the developer Cory Balrog in the first game.
Cory Balrog.
Yeah, that's his name.
Like a Balrog.
Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings Balrog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's good. And then, so the craziest thing. So if you look on those pinned tweets, and then if you look in order, it says the first letter of each tweet. It says Ragnarok is coming.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's a really good detail.
That's cool. That's very cool.
And this thing, this tweet came out 2 years ago or 1 year ago.
Oh. He's cleverer than all of us.
Yeah. So,
I'm
so excited for this game.
It looks great. It looks really good.
You'll know why I love this game in the main segment. And it doesn't give us much, but it gives us the hype.
It gives us just enough.
Yeah, for me, because I'm just a really big fan of the first game.
Yeah,
you hear Kratos is like, be prepared, and you've got the Omega symbol, and then and the symbols that kind of spells out Ragnarok, and this is a really great touch to the first game because the God of War was originally first based on the Greek. No, not the Greek. Was it Greek mythology or Roman mythology?
Norse.
No. Okay, the first game of the new game was Norse mythology, but then before that was Roman mythology.
Oh,
so you got Zeus, you got Poseidon, and everything, and it has that bit of a choir. But then I liked how they mixed with Norse and then Roman, and then that has that kind of song or that choir into it that makes it a bit more dangerous because we know what Ragnarok's gonna happen. Yeah. And it's going to be insane. And,
it's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I was like, and it's coming out next year. I was like really impressed.
That is, let's hope it's not delayed.
Yes.
Because obviously things at Cyberpunk have been delayed a lot. Okay, so now we're talking about The Batman.
The Batman.
We talked about it the week before last. We talked about it last week. It's officially back into production. Robert Pattinson has been cleared of all charges. No.
What?
he murdered someone. He has been cleared of COVID. Yes. He's all good now, and they're back into production. I'm glad this hasn't affected the film's release date.
Yes.
And I'm really excited.
I'm really glad he's.
We'll talk about this a bit in the weekly viewing segment.
Yeah.
But
we just love talking about the Batman.
We do. I'm excited.
Oh, and then it was Batman Day yesterday, and a lot of people drew like the Batman. And
there was some great artwork.
Yeah, like Jim Lee. Can we just talk about Jim Lee?
Jim Lee's piece of art that Matt Reeves posted just before DC Fandom is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And
I want a poster of that because.
Yes, I also want a poster of that
because it's so cool.
It's really cool. I agree. But yeah. I'm rewatching Batman films as we'll find out more about in the weekly viewing segment, and I'm excited to get.
I'm very excited. Same director of the Planet of the Apes trilogy.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and that's they are very good films.
Yes. So he directed Dawn and War for the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes is such a good film.
Yeah, it is. It's a turning point.
It's a really rare trilogy.
Yeah. Because
the third one is the best.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And that doesn't happen all too often.
I feel like Dawn was has a big impact on me because that was the first. Rise I think it was first, but then Dawn. I was like, oh wow, this is a bit more. realistic, a bit more because
heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Rise did a real big impact on me. I was like, I really felt like, you know, like I probably hated the characters in it, like the human characters, like.
And then you feel you feel sorry for Caesar and.
And the whole trilogy does that really well.
But what was the best?
What is the best? Now, John, what do you know about Harley Quinn, the TV show Harley Quinn from Harley Quinn?
Well, I've heard out that the first season came out like. Earlier this year?
No, last year.
Last year?
Season 2 is this year.
That came out.
And I've watched it.
And?
It is so good.
Oh.
It's, it's funny, it's stylish, it's, it doesn't, it never, it pays, it gets the characters right while also keeping them, make it
comedic style.
Yeah, it makes them comedic, but they're also, they also are the characters, but they're also taken to new directions, and it, I really would recommend it to anyone out there. It's a really, really good show, and a lot of the cast surprised me. I mean, when I heard that Kaylee Cuoco, who plays Penny in A Big Bang Theory, when I heard that she's playing Harley Quinn, I was like...
Wait, that was Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I was like, what? That's not right, that's weird. But she's so good. She's brilliant in it.
What, really? That's her?
Yes, and the show has now been renewed for Season 3, which is great, because as you'll know if you've seen Season 2, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but, you want to know more. There's more stories to tell, in my opinion. And, yeah, I think it was great.
Wait, gonna watch it then.
Yes, you totally should.
Right.
And now, John, we're back with more casting news.
Oh, God!
Okay.
Wait, who's that? Who's that?
John just broke me Lego. It's not really.
Wait,
just a couple
who's
things
that?
fell.
Oh no,
that's
no.
betting for the Triwizard tournament. Anyway, so we've got some.
That was my figure, but then you trying to say.
Yeah. It's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's totally worth it. Thank you. Okay, so Fandom Wire, who Fandom Wire, who's a source on the internet, have given us some news about Flashpoint. Now, can you believe this?
I read the tweet, but can you say it again?
Now, they want... Obviously, Flashpoint has got Ezra Miller, it's got Ben Affleck, it's got Mark Keaton.
Yep.
But this article is suggesting that it wants Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, so that's 3 more Batmen, Grant Gustin's Flash, Brandon Routh's Superman from Superman Returns, right?
And
Brandon Routh's Crisis in Infinite Earth Superman, and Nicolas Cage as Superman from the unreleased Superman Lives. What? The ever-loving
Nicolas
fluff.
Cage. Can we just talk about Nicolas Cage?
Wow.
He's a very, very good actor.
He is a hilarious actor.
Yeah, he's very dramatic.
He's blessed the superhero genre 3 times now. With
Ghost Rider,
Ghost Rider 2, and Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse, where he played Spider-Man Noir, one of the highlights of that film in terms of characters. He was going to have a Tim Burton Superman film, which would have connected to the Batman films, but never happened. But now, imagine, if this is true, this is
might be
insane!
This might be like one of the best DC films, or
I know the idea that this is going to connect so much is a very, very appealing thought. Originally, I was skeptical because I want it to be a story about Barry. I want it to be a heartfelt story, but I have faith in the director, in the writer, and having just read the actual comic Flashpoint, that comic isn't necessarily, as I said last week, isn't a fully Flash focused story. It definitely does, flesh out the world of the universe, and this is insane. I mean, imagine if Chris.
What was the actor in Watchmen who played the comedian?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, but it was also rumoured that he, who played Thomas Wayne in Batman v Superman, will be playing the Thomas Wayne Batman, famously in Flashpoint, which would also be amazing. That would make it 6 Batmen, which is the most Batmen that anyone's ever any bats. You bring Robert Pattinson in, and we are singing. There are so many possibilities.
You hear the theme at the end of the film, and then that that kind of introduces the multiverse.
Yeah. That's I mean, all we need now is for the Flash.
It's like Doctor Who, but on a bit more.
Yes. Yeah. Well, all we need now is for the Flash to enter the Lego universe and meet Will Arnett's Batman. I mean, that would be insane. Meta. Totally meta. Yeah. Like there are some, like, really incredible opportunities here. Like bringing back George Clooney, who everyone hated Batman and Robin. He hates Batman and Robin.
Oh, imagine wearing like the original suits.
Exactly. Bring back the Batnips. Yeah. Like that. There's a lot of opportunities, and that would be a great tribute to Joel Schumacher. You know, who's recently died. Rest in peace. Yeah. But you know, like there is so many. This is so cool.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
This might be like possibly like the best DC film, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and
but Grant Gustin's in it.
At least, yeah, the biggest, and you know, you're continuing the Grant Gustin thing. As we said last week, Eric Wallace, the showrunner of the Flash TV show, wants Ezra Miller to be in a full episode of that show. You know, you could do crossovers, and I mean,
and Warner Brothers is going to pay a lot of money on that episode.
I know, like Warner Brothers will want this to be a big thing, so they're going to push for it. You know,
a crossover episode with the Flashpoint. And like where Ezra Miller was like,
dude,
I need help, Barry.
I mean, I would like to see more Flashes in it. Bring back John Wesley Shipp as Jay Garrick. Yeah. You know, give us a Kid Flash, maybe. Give us the Flash from Justice League Immortal. That's another thing you could do. Yeah. That film was gonna have Armie Hammer as Superman, I think. There were loads of things that film was gonna do. Like, there's so many scrap projects. I mean, there's so much we can see. Yeah. Keanu as John Constantine. Yeah. Like, imagine.
No, there was a Constantine film, wasn't it, of Keanu?
Yes. It's not very good, but I don't like it. But I would love to see Keanu Reeves back. And it'd be hilarious because
what company was doing Constantine?
DC.
Oh. But DC's much better now.
I think it's funny because Kevin Feige said that Marvel goes to Keanu every time they want a role. Oh. Which I think is a bit lazy.
That's a bit...
Yeah, that's very lazy in my opinion. But it'd be hilarious if DC got him back. And Marvel were like, why didn't you come with us?
Yeah, Marvel's a bit like asking too much.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Keanu, you give us big money. Big money!
Like, who are we going to cast as She-Hulk? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think Keanu's fed up about Marvel. They just keep asking him. But DC, they haven't asked him as much.
No, so. and he's been in one of their films before.
But I think he has faith in DC because I think he likes it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but it'd be crazy if he was in the Flashpoint film.
Oh, well, there are so many opportunities, and I'm super excited. Okay, John, it's time. Okay, folks, we're gonna do our main segment, which is our top 10 favourite video games. We've each got a list, right?
Yeah, I got a list. Proper list. Here we go.
Yes, unlike the Christopher Nolan ranking, John has a real life list.
I'm sorry.
Imagine that. Okay, so we'll do what we did with Christopher Nolan ranking. We'll go from 10 to 1, and we'll list each one. But we'll ask if we have crossover. Okay. Yeah. So do you want to start?
I'll start.
Number 10.
So at number 10. Right, this game just started a whole thing for me. This is the reason why I love video games. Mm-hmm. This is like the start of it, like the one that was like gave me the awe, the inspiration, like what are video games I really like. So top 10 is Halo 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
You wait right there, because I also have Halo 4 on my list. So I'll do my number 10 first.
Yeah.
My number 10 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Okay.
I see. Right.
Is that on your list?
No.
Okay, so we'll talk about that first.
Right. Okay. Super Smash Bros.
Something that this game isn't focused on story or anything. You know, this is, but it's very much engrossed in the gameplay and the fun of it. And I think something that that a lot of games share. This is similar to something like Forza Horizon. This is a perfect game for you to relax with.
Yes.
I mean, albeit it doesn't make you relax, but you can just sit back and just smash. Nice. But you can just sit back and just beat the pulp out of people, and that there's something really, really satisfying about that. and I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I do want to get one, but I don't have one. But I have played it every time I'm at some. You know, you have a Nintendo Switch. I've got other friends who have. My cousin has one. Yeah. My other cousin has one. And every time,
how many cousins do you have, man?
3.
Oh.
and every time I'm with one of them, we play it, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And you know something about.
I see what you mean.
All the Nintendo crossovers that the game has.
Yeah.
You know.
But this one,
it's super interesting and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Halo 4.
Yes. Okay. Wait. Give me your number 9 first.
Number 9 is where's my fingerprint just? The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian. Okay, so I've got Halo 4 as my number 9.
Right. Okay.
So now we've both got Halo 4. Let's talk about Halo 4.
Oh.
Dude. Okay, for a bit of context, when I got my Xbox 360, which
like
was
the first game. I think this is the first game you put in, maybe.
Yeah, it was. It was 6 years ago, and John was round. My dad was.
We completely knew nothing about.
No, we didn't. My dad was round. My dad was
it was like that area.
Yeah, he was plugging it in. We had like a tiny TV.
Yeah, I remember that tiny TV. And then you had like this massive chest that you you put on the TV.
Yes, we had a chest full of toys.
And then you had like the little Darth Vader. Oh no, we were like the
Spartan.
Yeah, these.
No, I didn't.
Really?
I didn't have them yet.
Oh, I thought you had them.
No, I had. I had a Spartan.
Yeah,
I had a red Spartan. I had like all these little like pop culture things.
And then I thought, wait, did you know anything about this game? You're like, no.
I didn't know anything.
No.
It came in a bundle.
It up and we watched the cinematic.
Dude, like this. I mean, like.
This
is something that another thing in my list. I'm not going to say which one.
I know a lot of people don't like this game because they weren't sure about this. But no, I absolutely love this game. From the
very opening. This is something that another game in my list has, which I'll talk about later. The menu. The music is literally
amazing,
incredible.
Like all those broken things. Like what the heck's happened?
Like spaceships, and going, and then you got like the incredible operatic music.
Yeah.
You know, you click start, and you are in for it all.
Oh, and then like you met Cortana. We were like,
yes.
Oh, hello, Cortana.
Hello. We hadn't played any of the other.
Yeah,
we hadn't played any of the other 3 Halo games at this point.
And then we went through the spaceship. We were just learning how to control.
Yes.
And it was new because I never played on the Xbox.
It was It was like what is this?
How to
we always had the Wii. And we were like big Wii players. Like what is this?
Yeah.
And you know.
And then from the start, like got these aliens and different things. We're like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
But I love it. But then, from the moment like when the ship was about to explode.
We have to run into the thing.
Yeah.
Difficult. Insanely difficult.
Oh yeah, that was difficult. But then when we played it, I was like, oh, this is easy.
It's easy.
Yeah. So we were like confused.
Yeah, because we were just.
What did we do?
We were just young
and then
children.
Then when the ship exploded, and then the jump scares and everything, we just got out, and then that just made it. That's just like the film, and then there's like emotional moments that I loved, and then like the crazy moments, and then the story. Oh, the story is so good.
The game, you know, it escalates perfectly. You know, you go to all these different locations and the stakes are high. The stakes are high, and it ends in a way that no Halo game has ended. No. Up until that point, you know. I remember doing the ending. With the nature, the ships and everything. With the nature of what Cortana does, and you know the final shot, you know, being Chief taking off his helmet. And then I like how there's not a massive boss fight with Deacon? Not the Deacon. What's the villain? I know what he looks like, but I can't remember his name. But no, there was I want to say the Warden, but that's blooming Halo 5. Oh God, not the Warden! Yeah, Halo 5 is a good. I think it's a good game, but it's a disappointment after Halo 4. Warden. Warden. So the ending. There's like not a massive boss fight. I really like that because it has a different way of going through. Like we normally see boss fights at the end of games, and that kind of feels like, oh, okay, we have to defeat this. But then it's just simple, and then it's kind of more cinematic,
and then we just see like this katana going away, and then that emotional journey, and
it's great. I mean, I have
many memories of that.
Yeah.
Like going through like different places with the warhog. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Right, riding. It's just a super fun game, and we have so much nostalgia for it. So, tell me about your number 9.
So, my number 9 is
The Last Guardian. Yes.
So, I got this game a few years ago, and I was completely loved in this game. So, this game is about a boy who's lost into this mysterious place that you've never seen before, and then there's like a massive dog/hybrid, like, you know that old TV show that had the red dog, that massive red dog?
No.
That red dog, you know, like that one is in the TV show, but in the book as well. Like, you don't remember that?
No.
Okay, there's a massive dog, like the size of houses or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you go through an emotional journey with this dog. His name's Trico. And this was made. It is a Japanese game.
All right.
But you got English subtitles in it.
Yeah.
But this game was in development for 5 years. But then it stopped working. But then they continued it. And they released it. And,
all right.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, where's the game?" But then they got it. And it's just a really, really, really good game. It's simple.
Yeah.
And I was like really in love with the game. Like,
yes.
There was like characters, and the graphics are very simple as well. Not too high tech or something like that. But I recommend it.
Is it a PS4 exclusive?
Yeah, that's a PS4 exclusive.
Right. Exclusive. What's your number 8?
Number 8. Let's see what's my one. Uncharted 4: Thieves End.
Oh shit, that's not on my list. But
what?
I love that game.
Yeah.
I mean, go on.
Okay, that's my first Uncharted game, and I was like, "Oh wow, what's this? I haven't seen this game before." And I remember in 2016, I saw it everywhere on bus.
It was because you watched Bloomin' Thatcher Joe play, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did.
We used to love Thatcher Joe,
but now
English YouTuber, and you know we've grown out of it.
Yeah.
But we both watched him play the game series of him playing it, and I remember you like falling in love with the game.
Yeah.
And me being like, it's just a fucking Indiana Jones ripoff.
And then I played the game.
I don't think that anymore.
And then the game. That also got me into the Uncharted series. Like, I wanted to find out why everybody loves this game, and it was the same developers as The Last of Us that also led me to play The Last of Us.
Yes.
I'll talk about it in a moment. So, Uncharted 4, it is a really, really, really good game. The characters that I love, like Nathan, Sam, Elena,
Sully.
What
a guy.
Sully.
You know Sully, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, can we just talk about? I don't want to talk about the Naughty Dog developers. They are absolutely hating the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
They just don't want to be a part of it.
Good.
They're like, oh, sorry. Neil Druckmann said, "Oh, we're not a part of it."
No, it doesn't.
He's a great director.
I don't have faith. In the idea of a. I was
just really hoping that they just get rid of this movie.
Yeah.
Out of existence. So the set pieces are amazing. By the way, like you got these, you climb in a clock tower, but then the clock tower just decides to fall and break, and you just and that just
those mechanics are great.
Yeah, and
you get to play Crash Bandicoot.
The chase scene.
Like, which chase scene?
So Nathan and Sully were in the 4x4, and you're getting chased by this massive truck that has a massive
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was like the highest thing in the game. But then the game takes it has a realistic approach to this because you don't. Well, in the Uncharted series, you got like these myths and everything, but then it has a realistic story. It has like a love story, and then it kind of fits into like, what if we lived in a normal life, but Nathan Drake is struggling with it?
Yeah.
So, and it has that feeling of adventure inside, like that you want to go out to Scotland or to Madagascar or something like that. You want to explore, and that kind of made me feel that I want to get out and see the world, and I love.
Yeah, the fact that the game opens with, him living a regular life, and then, wanting to go back is a clever way to do it, especially after so long.
And then the quotes. I love the quotes in these games because you got like this. I love this quote. Like in the first game, I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune. Henry Avery, and that fits into the game.
Isn't that who he finds in 4?
Yeah.
Avery.
Yeah, Avery.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it explores the past of Nathan Drake a little bit more, and his brother as well. But the brother's not found in 3 games, but it fits into the reason why that in the game. But,
great.
It's emotional, not emotional, but a really good story.
Great. Okay, so my number 8 is Batman the Telltale series. You haven't played this, have you?
No, I haven't, but...
Now this... Do you want to borrow it? Do you want to borrow it?
Yeah... Wait, does it have the whole season?
Yeah, I got them both right here.
Wait, that's the...
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I literally just got the games out. Borrow them if you want.
Yeah, what do you think?
Everyone knows the Arkham games are, like, incredible. But like... What I always, admire about these games is they are stories that are so engrossed with the characters. They follow the the characters are the most important thing, and not that they're not in the Arkham games, but in the Arkham games sometimes the gameplay can overshadow the story. And in these games, not only do you get to like create your own outcome, which especially at the end of season 2. You have...
Are they making another one or not?
I hope so.
Oh, okay.
I really hope so. But especially the end of season 2, you've got, two very different outcomes that can happen, which doesn't always happen in a Telltale game. But, this whole series has this, this commitment to the detective side of Batman, and first of all, the gameplay is so much fun. Like, the way that you get to... Like, there are specific moments where you can plan out how you're gonna, like, defeat a room of thugs. Like, you go around and you plan different attacks from above, and then you can act them out. And the way that the gameplay, and especially the graphics, it feels like a comic book come to the screen. And, saying this is obviously me being, a huge Batman fan, and that's going to influence this. Of course it will, but... Dude... It's such an underrated experience.
I have played some Telltale games like Back to the Future.
I mean, Back to the Future is also another amazing game, but between that one and this one, I think this one is better. Mechanics and stuff.
I had a game like that, but it didn't have like the complete series. I was like, oh.
What, the Back to the Future one?
No, Batman one. Right. So there was like a version of that, but like it had one season in it. No. Like 1 episode, and then I had to buy the rest of the episodes. So I bought the disc, but then I had to buy the rest of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
right.
Try mine.
Right.
Yes, this is such a fun game to play. It's so engrossed in the story, and I think that's such a big part of Telltale in general. Now, give me a number 7.
Right, number 7. Oh yes.
Yes.
Right. So
what is it?
Kirby Return to Dreamland.
That's my number 1. It's not really. Go on.
Alright, so Kirby Return to Dreamland. Where to begin? The start. So, the opening of the game just introduces you I love the character of Kirby in Nintendo. I watched the Kirby TV show when I was little, and I just loved that TV show because it made my day, like every single day. I go on the Wii and I watched the TV show, and it was on the Wii. I just loved it, and the TV show just I just absolutely fell in love with the character. It's fun, and then when I played the game, it's a really good game, and it's underrated, very underrated. You know, like Kirby Epic Yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I love that game. Really good game, but it's not in the top 10, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, Kirby Return to Dreamland, the music's awesome. It's fun. It shows like a bit more a different approach to this game, because you've got like different power ups, the different things you can do with this game, like many different ways, and the boss fights are really good in this game. They are really, really, really good, and you go into different places, and it was really fun because you get to do different places, and then you got to do these different levels, and you jump around, and you're like this powerful beast, and then you get these like massive, like these power ups. So like, if you were like Kirby, you know that swordsman.
Yeah.
Kirby, yeah. So if you get like this massive, like the ultimate power, it turns into a massive sword, and then you just can do anything with it, and then the end boss fights is really hard, by the way. It's just and yeah, it's just a really good game, and it's on the Wii though. But yeah, and it kind of had that feeling of playing Super Smash Bros. The story is great in this one. In Super Smash Bros. So it has that kind of feeling, but I feel like Kirby has a bit of impact because it has that bit of nostalgia in it, like those times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Great. We're on number 7.
Yeah.
My number 7 is probably the game that throughout my life I have spent the most hours on. Like, undoubtedly.
Yes.
It's bloody Minecraft. Of course it is.
Oh no.
I have spent, and I refuse to say I've wasted, but I have spent so many years, so many days, so many minutes of my life playing Minecraft with my friends on my own, you know, doing it to relax, you know, creative survival. I think, you know, you can't put into word how much of a cultural impact Minecraft had on the world, and I love it so much.
You do.
You know, there's so much you can, you know, there's endless, you know, things you can do. Obviously, like, what can you say that hasn't already been said?
Yeah.
It's just a fun time.
Yeah.
You know, I've made friends, you know, friendships have broken from Minecraft. You know, the amount of effort that you put into it, you know, people really care about it, you know, and
Mojang. Is it called?
Yeah, Mojang. They did a great, you know, they're still updating it, and every update, it's exciting.
Yeah, like,
you know,
the new
people
Nether update.
Exactly. It's such a big Nether update this late in the game. It's insane. It's still so popular. And even if you're playing alone,
it respawned back last year, didn't it? Yeah, it respawned back because a lot of people were playing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a, you know, we all fell in love with Minecraft in like what 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And then I feel like specifically our generation kind of fell out of love with it.
Yeah.
You know, but then we fell back in love with it. Because of course we did.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant game. Whether you're playing it online, which I have spent many times doing, you know, whenever I have people around, you know, like sleepovers or whatever, we play it on...
it would be great because Xbox... I'm definitely going to get Minecraft because do you remember that long time we did, like, we had to put Minecraft in the game, but then it wouldn't work.
It didn't work, yeah, I remember that. And it kept on giving us
Xbox,
the trailer.
They are doing the free subscription thing now.
Oh, right,
Not now, but they are doing it. In the
future. That is a really...
Because we can play Minecraft.
Yes, the idea of having a free Xbox Live is very appealing.
Yeah, and it's a very smart move.
It is. Give
Minecraft.
me your number 6.
My number 6! Okay, my number 6. This is a very interesting number 6, by the way. Number 6 is Death Stranding.
Alright.
Okay.
Talk to me.
So, I was very skeptical of that game because I've seen the trailers, I've seen the things, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's a walking simulator."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, really?" So I was like, "I'll give it a go. I'll see what the game's like," and that was like the best decision I made. So I played this game in lockdown a lot, and it just reflected what the world is like today, and it just takes you onto this a very long journey, and yeah, I cried at the end of the game.
Did you?
Yeah, because it's like the challenges you face and the story. The story is just amazing. The character voice, the voice actors are just on point. So you got Troy Baker as he's a great villain in this one. But there's a really good plot twist in the game. And Norman Reedus and his fetus. So yeah, and it just makes you feel like you're connected with the character, and the story is about like trying to reconnect society in the broken America, and it's just like it has meaning to it, and like life is just it's just really hard, but then there's a way of doing it, and the way Hideo Kojima, he the creator of this game and the director of this game, and he did a really good writing on this game as well. But the dialogue is a bit weird, but the style of the game is just really good. It's not a really walking simulator. It's like something that you deliver. The character you are also hates deliveries. They're just like, oh, I don't want to fix America or something like that. But then you get to realize why you're doing this, like some part of it, and then Mads Mikkelsen, he's in it.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, he's.
Oh really?
So he's a really good villain in this one, and you're not sure why he's the villain, but that is a really good storytelling at its finest, and the characters that you meet, you understand their history, and you understand why they're like this or what happened to them, and you don't really know why this thing happened. You got like BTs, and this vast land of America, but it's broken, and then you got like high tech, stuff as well in the game, and there's many ways that you can deliver. It's really good. You got motorbike, van, truck, stuff. And yeah, it's a very different game with a different approach, because not many people like this. It's a very rare occasion with this game, because Hideo Kojima, he did Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear Solid, yeah, and a lot of people like that because it's a really good game franchise, but they think that walking simulator is going to be boring, but once you played it a bit more, you're like, oh, okay, this is a really good game, and then you get into the story, all of it.
Yeah. Okay, so my number 6 is Batman Arkham Asylum. Is that on your list?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So we'll wait till you hit that, and then we'll talk about it, and you can move on to your number 5.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us!
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Right, so, Last of Us. Again, I cried at the start of the game, and not at the game, but the opposite. So, The Last of Us. I absolutely adore this game. I keep saying love, but it's just a repetitive thing.
Yeah, I keep on saying fun.
So, it's a father and daughter. Well, not really, but it's not really. But it's a father and daughter game, and you as Joel, you play as a father who goes along with Ellie, who is the cure to this infection, the zombie infection, which is a vaccine. So you go along with her through America, like Seattle, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, and then there's like moments of darkness and gritty things that the characters go through, but then there's moments of things of happiness, and that's a rare occasion in this game because it's a lot darker, there's a lot more, and then there's just one bit that made me like tear up. It's just a really good moment. That's nearly at the end of the game, and the combat's really good.
A lot of stealth.
It's simple, but the graphics. I heard that the graphics wasn't good in this one, but I don't care because it's the storytelling that I'm more interested between these characters, and
that's always like an argument. A lot of people prefer to play on PC because better graphics and it's easy to play. But for me, I don't care. No. It's about the storytelling. Yeah. It's like being engrossed in it, and it's like whatever I play that on, it doesn't really make a difference.
I just really love the game, and they are really high. It's kind of like Uncharted, but a bit more on a realistic side to it, and it's a really, really dark game, but it has that moment of hope of it, and I really recommend it, playing the game. And right,
okay, my number 5. We're definitely on number 5, right?
Yeah, I don't mind number 5.
Yeah, you just said that was your number 5.
And what's your number 4?
No, I need to do my number 5.
Oh, okay.
It is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a bit tired. It is Fallout 4.
Oh.
This is like.
I thought you said, Fallout 4 was my favourite game.
It was my favourite game of all time.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely moved down the ranks a bit.
Tell me why.
Okay, so this is probably the biggest game that I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's be honest. It like, the amount of things that you can do with it is amazing. I always appreciate that it has so much replayability, even when you finish the campaign. Yeah. So many side missions. There are even mods you can do. You can play it again. You can go with the Institute, the Railroad, whatever.
Yeah. At least it's directed by
Minutemen Brotherhood.
What's his name? He's a really good director. Todd Howard. Yeah, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He was like, back in high school, they were like, "Oh, what are you? The part of the chess club?" Who's looking now? Yeah, I was part of the chess club.
Chess club.
But he's a really good director. But he did Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 and the other Fallout games.
Yes, I haven't ever played Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I was going to get 76. I thought 76 looked excellent, but obviously...
remember the hype?
It was met with a lot of backlash, and this is why I'm so sceptical about games like Cyberpunk, because it's like, especially like the new Avengers game, it was like there was so much hype and then it ended up being shite. And so it's like, games can really go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Fallout 4, there's so much to, like, as I was saying with Halo 4, Halo 4's menu has a great music.
Yeah.
Fallout 4's menu, I would argue, even better. The piano music is just amazing. The music throughout is great, and it really engrosses you in the world, The fact that so much of it is, and this is the thing that Bethesda does really well, like Skyrim is another game that I love.
Bethesda, they did Doom Eternal.
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah,
and
great game as well.
And the way that they make it so much focused on you is incredible. It doesn't really have like a through line. Like obviously there is a through line with trying to find your son in the narrative, but I feel like that isn't there the whole way through because you can do so much in between. But the opening of the game is one of the most harrowing and exciting openings of a game. You have the great "War Never Changes" speech, and then the way that you have to run to the shelter, and then you watch the bombs go off. Like, it is exhilarating.
Yeah.
It is terrifying. Yeah. Like, it really puts you in the game. You feel, it's one of the rare occasions where you really feel like, for lack of a better term, you are the character.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. Give me your number 4.
On the side note, I love Last of Us number 5. It has a great opening as well. I love the opening. The soundtrack is great. I love the soundtrack so much. I listen to it on a rare occasion, but I love it. It just gives you on another level. Okay, on to my number 4. It's the Arkham games. It's the rest of the Arkham games.
You just put all your Arkham games in there.
Not
Everything.
Arkham Knight, apart from Arkham Knight.
You put. Okay, so
I know
sure.
it's a bit weird,
Sure.
but
Okay.
no, I just have this feeling like all the Arkham games. I was like, no, I feel like no. This is my top 5. Top 5 is really good. Top 5.
Okay.
So
okay.
apart from Arkham Knight.
You've put. So number 4 is just the Arkham games.
Yeah, it's the Arkham games.
The first 3 Arkham games.
Arkham Origins.
Yeah, first 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Arkham Asylum, and I've also got another Arkham game, but that's further up on my list. So I propose that we get some of that, and then we'll talk about Arkham. Okay. Okay, so in that case, I'll go to my number 4, which I'm sure you can talk a lot about. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I was like, okay, I want a Lego game in there. It's either going to be Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, or Star Wars The Complete Saga.
Right.
And I thought about it so much, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fun fact, this was my first proper Lego game.
Yeah, I know it was. I mean, this game introduced the split screen system into Lego games. So helpful. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I'm not a giant fan of Lego games when they adapt films, especially nowadays. But this game, what it does is just amazing. Like the fact that the whole thing is scored with Hans Zimmer and what's the other guy called? Klaus Veit, I think. Their Pirates of the Caribbean score, you really feel like you're part of it.
Yeah.
All the characters have their own different movements. Like Captain Jack walks around with his kind of swagger. You know, it even makes on Stranger Tides.
The mechanics are really good in this.
Right, exactly. Like they all have their own different
the building,
ways of fighting, and all the different locations. It's not just
secrets as well.
Yeah, it's not just Port Royale. All the mini kits are so much fun to get and build and
get David Jones or
exactly all the characters. And it even makes On Stranger Tides, which is a bad film, it makes it so much fun. And I will say that the best levels are in Dead Man's Chest and Curse of the Black Pearl, but all of them are bursting with this, this kind of really interesting kind of like flavour. And again, with the score, without the score, it wouldn't be as fun as it is. But it is so much fun.
Yeah.
And I just love the accessibility of it. Like anyone can play it, and there's just so much to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, give me number 3.
So number 3 is God of War.
God of War. Talk to me.
God of War. So, I haven't played any of the God of War games. So this one was new because I knew little stuff about Kratos and the other old God of War games. But then once I played it and I saw of the YouTubers playing it, or the gameplay, and I was definitely hooked into it. So I was like, no, I shouldn't watch anymore. So I got the game, and then that got him into it. Like the story, the character between Kratos and Atreus, and this is the Norse mythology. And I absolutely love Norse mythology because you got Odin, Thor, and Mimir. The World Serpent, it's really hard to pronounce his name. If you look at his name right now, if you look at the World Serpent's name, I want you to pronounce it.
Alright, keep talking.
So the game it has a great introduction because it shows you
Gormungandr.
So that's the World Serpent.
Cool.
So it starts off Atreus. Atreus' mum is dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's a really sad opening. But then you see the not great relationship between them. But then you see that it's developed a lot in the game, and the game in the first 40 minutes you get a first boss and it's a really good boss.
Mm.
It's one of the best boss fights, and it has a better boss fight in later in the game, but it's a really good boss fight. So you got this man, the strange man, and you fight him, but then it's like you got these these things you punch the heck out of it, and then you like punch it against the wall like your head, and then you punch it really hard, and then you get like this massive stone like a house, and you get on top of him, and he looks like he's dead. And you, Kratos, the world like shook, like earthquake and everything, and he just walks away, and then he comes back like, you think I'm dead? And then he throws the massive stone. It's just crazy. And then you got introduced like different realms. I like that because you go into different places and get different suits or different modifications to your hammer. No stone pickaxe. No, the pickaxe thing. Not pickaxe. Axe. The axe. The I forgot what it's called, but it's a really cool name. So that's a different thing because in the games he has these thing called the Blades of Chaos. It's like a really cool weapon, but this is another mythology. So then, yeah, I really love the ending. The ending gives up that leads up to the sequel, and it's Ragnarok. So you wonder what happened in the end. You'll find out. Yeah. I won't spoil it, but it's a really good ending.
Yeah, I plan to either play that or at least I watch the campaign or something one day. I obviously don't have a PS4, so I can't play it.
I really recommend you play on the PS4 because it gives you a bit more experience.
I don't have a PS4, so I doubt that's going to happen. And, I mean, unlike you, I'm not willing to spend money on 3 consoles. That was your number 3, right? Yeah. So my number 3 is Batman Arkham City. So let's talk about the Arkham games.
Arkham games.
Let's do it. So I had Arkham Asylum at number 6 and Arkham City at number 3. As I said last week, Arkham City has become one of my favourite games.
Yeah, you did.
Now, and it's my favourite Arkham game. All 3 Arkham games are amazing. Arkham Knight is really disappointing, but the first 3 are just incredible.
Yeah. So firstly, Arkham Origins, great. That was my first Arkham game.
Yes, I mean, it's a good way to start. It really is.
Yeah.
I would say that's the way to do it. It's loads of fun.
Yeah. So I really love the opening to Arkham Origins. And you kind of have that introduction, but I won't talk about that because I want to talk about like the Arkham Asylum as much because that I replayed it a couple of days ago. Oh my god, it's that scary.
Arkham Asylum. Yeah.
I forgot how scary it was because I was playing it a long time ago, but I was like, what? This is so scary.
The Killer Croc scene.
Yeah.
Is especially scary. You know, this kind of cat and mouse.
I remember
situation.
So me and Tom, we a few years ago we still had the Xbox, but it was like over here this time because we were standing up to play it.
Yes, yeah, we were standing up. I remember.
Yeah, so we were doing the Killer Croc level, and that was so scary.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
You know, like this whole scenario where he keeps on jumping out at you.
Yeah.
It's blooming terrifying, and you know the scene where you're in the corridor in front of the elevators.
Yeah.
It's
it
damn
really
difficult.
Boss fights.
Yeah, the boss fights are great. However,
yeah.
I would say, you know, in terms of Asylum, I don't like the ending.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm not going to spoil it, but I think the ending
is a bit.
You basically just fight goons.
Yeah.
And I think that's really boring. Like I think Arkham City improves on that. You know, in the sense of, you know, at the end you fight someone who you've never fought before. You know, it's different kind of combat. You know, throughout you have boss fights like with Mr. Freeze and Ra's al Ghul, which is just really, really fun.
Yeah.
To play and a lot more innovative. Things like Arkham Origins, you know, the Deathstroke fight.
The Deathstroke
The Arkham games have, like, incredible boss fights and also some pretty shit boss fights. So, you know, I really do think that, you know, it depends which one you're talking about, but
Arkham Origins.
For the most part, I mean, Arkham Knight is just a whole disappointment when it comes to boss fights. Like you never even
Rocksteady thinking?
you never even really fight the main villain of the game,
no.
which in theory is fine, but I don't think works out.
No. But yeah, Arkham Origins, I love the Deathstroke fight. That's like one of my favorite. It's like my favorite fight. Yeah, that's I really love the Arkham games.
Me too.
City
Me too,
was has a bit impact.
City is my favourite. As I said last week, though, I don't like Catwoman and how she plays. Her story's great. But
I feel like a bit pointless to the story. A bit like.
Yeah, I like her story. I like the extra stuff, but I just don't like how she handles the character.
Wait. Oh, sorry. Oh. I jumbled. I meant God of War was like the second.
Okay, so you have to talk about your number 3.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda
Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
so,
knew it.
Right.
Bloody knew it.
So, right. First soundtrack. The soundtrack when you open up, you're waking up like 100 years later after the calamity of Ganon, and you walk up. You get your suits and everything, and you walk up, and then you hear the theme, and then it has that feeling of nostalgia, but then you see this massive land and it just makes you feel like, wow.
Yeah, the graphics in Breath of the Wild are just incredible.
Simple, very simple.
Simple but
very
astounding, beautiful, you know.
And it has that emotion to it, and yeah, you are massive.
I'm gesturing to my Zelda laptop stickers on my laptop.
You need to get it, man.
I don't have a Switch. I want a Switch, but as I said, I don't have the money to.
There's a light switch.
Hey, Comedy John, everybody.
I'm so funny.
I am very upset to say that last week's video didn't.
The landscape, the setting of it is just really well done. It fits into the story, and I love the boss fights. Not too hard, but there's one that's really hard that took me ages to do. It felt like playing Dark Souls.
Yeah. Just want to say about Comedy John, I'm upset to say that last week's video didn't get enough likes.
No!
And so you won't be changing your name to Poetry John.
Yay! No.
God damn it. God damn it.
Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. It's just a really good story, and it just the opening is really good, and then you fight Ganon later in the game, but you can do that early in the game. Like, you can do that, like, you just get the parachute and you think, okay, I'll just fight Ganon then. And you can do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I haven't done it. So, yeah, I just really love the characters. Oh, do you know any of these characters are?
Nope.
Get that stick off then, because you don't know who they are.
I'm allowed to have the sticker.
But yeah.
Great, so that's your number 3.
So yeah, that's a really, really good game.
And then God of War is your number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got that mixed up. I'm going to say my number 2. I'm going to be a bit of background here. As we all know, I'm a giant Star Wars fan. And Battlefront is a huge disappointment.
Oh.
Battlefront 2 is a lot better.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the campaign.
Oh, I know what you game.
And I live for the campaign of games. More than the online multiplayer. And so my number 2 game is Jedi Fallen Order. Now, since this game came out, I have told everyone under the sun to play it, and I've met one person who's played it, and he doesn't care enough to like...
Can I borrow it?
Yeah. After you play the Batman Telltale game, you can totally borrow it. It is an amazing game. So not only is the lightsaber contact, like, quick and fluid, it's thoughtful, it's difficult, especially like deflecting blaster bolts, it's difficult like that. The plot links into the main films incredibly well.
Wait, is Order 66 in it?
No, it's set after Order 66.
Oh.
That's the whole point is that you're a Jedi on a run. And there are some really cool cameos and references, and you go to old planets that you've been to before, but then there's new planets.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because it's a ginger Jedi and I am ginger, so therefore I identify. But the main protagonist is one of the best in all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
the actor, he.
Yes. He is Cameron Monaghan, who people will know from Gotham. He played Jerome.
The messed up Joker.
Yes, he's amazing in that show.
But the messed up Joker is the comic. one that I think is the most messed up.
Yeah. So yeah, and like some of the decisions that he makes are so in line with the Jedi as a whole, and I think he's a great protagonist.
Yeah.
But there are some great side characters, funny people, like really interesting people who add to the lore, and even the villains are so incredibly fleshed out.
Yeah.
And can I just say, Galaxy's Edge have just put on a poll, like you can vote for the next lightsaber.
Yeah, you told me about this.
And I voted for this one. This one from Cal Kestis. It's so cool. And
Wait, how much is it going to be 200? Or
I don't know.
The lightsaber?
It's a legacy lightsaber, so it'll be a bit less than the custom ones.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna get it then in the future.
Yeah.
Or in
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna save up more money for this.
Yeah.
We are going in the future.
Yeah, we do plan to go to Galaxy's Edge in the future. But yes, this game, and it's not just because I'm a Star Wars fan. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just a super fun game.
Yeah, I played many Star Wars games, like Lego Star Wars, Battlefront 1 and 2.
Jedi Fallen Order, and I think people didn't play it.
I played it.
I didn't think. I mean, it did incredibly well, but I think it's not as popular as Battlefront 2 because EA, because they have that bad reputation. And I say there's no microtransactions, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Play it just for this because it's a complete story focused game. It has challenges now, like challenge maps, and it's so worth it. I 100% recommend it to anyone.
Yeah. Right.
Give me a number one. Give it. I'm ready.
Right, so this is the game that I absolutely want to take my mind and replay it and blank it, but then want to replay it again. So this is a game that changed the whole thing for me. It kind of want to realise, this is the best game in the series. And that game is Uncharted 2.
Dude, it's the best game of the Uncharted series.
Yes.
It's so good. I get it. I totally get where you're coming from.
The story is so much better. There's plot twists and double cross and everything, and then the opening start. You're in a train.
Train? What the hell? Who gave Uncharted 2 the right to have such a good opening?
I mean, can we award that the best opening?
We can. We did it.
Yeah, you did it.
Out of Time Film Podcast seal of approval.
Yeah, Naughty Dogs. Who's texting? Okay, so no one's texting me. I'm so sad. Where to begin? Right. So, the menu opening is just really good. You get the old soundtrack of it, the start of it, what makes the game, because, the Uncharted 4 opening, it's nothing, there's no music, that kind of fits into the tone of it, but the game, Uncharted 2, fits into the tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, and, what else? So, you just listen to the menu for hours and hours, it's really good. The set pieces, it's just mind-blowing. You're in the building, but then the building crashes into another, and then you somehow still alive. And then you're on the train, but then the train behind you is flipping and flipping, it's going to crash on you. But then, and then you go to different places like Tibet, Afghanistan, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's really good... it concentrates on one villain to the other, but then you see these characters, and the characters go, and then you feel for these characters, what they're going through, and then that feeling of excitement of what's this leading me to. But this game is not realistic as possible, but it's just that at the end it becomes a bit mythical, but then it has a really good boss fight at the end, and you Alvarez, I forgot his name, but he's a really good boss, and then and then at one point you're fighting against a tank.
Mhm.
Come on.
Like what, dude?
And I just really love the game. And Nathan Drake, my favorite protagonist in video game history. He's wisecracking, and then he punches like. Has that skill of climbing, and the climbing mechanic is really good. And
yes.
And the shooting combat is really good.
Mhm.
It's simple, and then you have these. It has a different way of it now because whenever there's a grenade, you throw it back. You throw back the grenade or something, and then yeah, at the end it's a really really good ending. I wish it could have ended there, but no. Yeah, I feel like it had more into it. So yeah, I really recommend Uncharted 2.
And it's your favourite game of all time.
Among Us.
Thieves Among Us. What a game. See, I can't...
That
is such a good game. And I can't really argue with that.
That reflects the game. Thieves Among Us.
Great. Well, my number one is unlike...
I don't know what your number one is.
It's unlike any game that either of us have got on our list. It's a completely 2D game. On the DS... Of any... of anything.
Wait, I know this.
You know this. And you can actually get it on mobile now.
Oh, yeah.
It's really brilliant. It is Professor Layton and Pandora's Box, or in America, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box.
Why change names?
I don't know. I don't think that either of them really work. I think it should be called Professor...
I think Pandora's Box is more...
Pandora's Box.
Pandora's Box, it has a bit more...
I think it should be called Professor Layton and the Elysian Box, but it's fine. That's what they call it in the game. This game... So, it's a game where you just... You know, you're solving a mystery as Professor Layton.
Yeah.
And you're just solving puzzles.
Yeah.
And the game is so simple, but beneath it... Okay, so the game does what the first game does, and this is a sequel. The first game's called Professor Layton and the Curious Village. And in this game, it goes places that, you know, like, so many more interesting scenarios. You go in a train, you go in a village, and in a really creepy old town, which might sound like, you know, pretty standard things, but for a game of this nature, this 3D nature, you know, it's incredible. The puzzles, and they're difficult, and they come from such vibrant characters. Like the characters, even the side characters, are so memorable. If I just like bring up, I've got all the characters actually on this thing that I've been doing.
Really?
So if you look at all the characters, they're just designed so creatively.
The designs look so cool.
Right, and throughout the whole game, you just go through and like play, and you interact. Oh yeah, that's the Layton mobile. Fuck yeah, dude.
What, really?
And yeah.
Oh wow! Right, I'm gonna get it.
The whole game you go through, but at its core is this. Now I played this like a month ago, 2 months ago, and it was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something. It was nighttime. I had my headphones in, and I was listening to the ending, and the music and it's honestly so emotional, and like I can't even I'm like my eyes are welling up with tears. It's super pathetic, but like the ending is really really emotional and left such an impact on me, and I can't recommend this game enough. You know, it tests your brain. It constantly has fucking beautiful music. Like, you just bop onto that music. The characters are memorable and so well designed. The settings are well designed.
Yeah.
You know, the story is intriguing. The mystery is mysterious, and it's all just like super emotional. Go on.
Yeah, I've heard that this game a lot, and
It's
there's
so good.
another game, a 2D game based. It's Undertale.
Yeah.
Undertale. So I was playing Undertale recently, and I really love the game. And I haven't played it a lot, but I'll give you next week episode. I'll tell you a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because the game.
Yeah, when we do the weekly viewing, we're not going to do weekly viewing today because we're already at an hour and 38 minutes.
Right,
so we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Jace. No. Okay. Yeah. Play Professor Layton Pandora's Box.
Play Uncharted 2.
But I would say, and I'm sure you'd say this with Uncharted, play the first game first.
Yes.
Like, you know, you really want to play the first game, be like, that's solid, and then the second game be like, what the fuck?
What?
That's so much better. Like, yes. Okay. That was great. Now, let's talk about... We're gonna go straight onto our answering of lovely emails.
Right, okay, quick.
We've only got one email this week, John. We've got one email this week, which is better than last week. But it's still not as good as the week before. We had.
Oh, come on, tell us.
Okay, so we've got something from Alice Sykes. We know her college actually. Why? First name's Rosie. I don't know why it says Alice, but sure. Dear film boys, Grease 2 is art. Yeah, Rosie. No shit, man.
No, The Room. We can't talk about.
We gotta talk about The Room one day. Grease 2 is indeed art. Thank you for your lovely email.
Quick funny scene. So I really want to share this scene to everyone. So there's a scene called.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Double Down.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I have no idea.
Neil Breen. Neil Breen, yeah.
Breen.
And then he goes like, has this really terrible acting, and then there's like one scene like, babe, you cheated on me. and then it's like, why are you running?
I'm not running.
I'm walking.
I'm not running.
Yeah. So.
Well,
this is
again. Please email us.
Yeah, please email us. Get better
we
questions.
like email. Like otherwise, we might have to get rid of the lovely email segment.
Statements or views. Or something.
Yeah, we didn't get as many views on our third podcast. Yeah. Maybe it's because no one cares about the New Mutants. Maybe there's other reasons too.
Wait a minute. That's Firefly.
That is Firefly. I've got the DVD of Firefly. I plan to watch it someday. But I'm watching something else first. What?
Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Have you watched it?
No.
Exactly. But I think that's all we have to talk about. Thank you everyone for listening to episode.
I'm sorry, we're not going to talk about movie viewing.
Yeah, we'll talk about movie viewing next week.
We'll have more to talk about.
Yes, I hope our amazing thumbnail from our good friend Zayn Afsal Zero. Follow him on Instagram. I hope that gets more people to watch it. Look at that, that's beautiful. What a bloody
you did a really good
great job, man. Yes, thank you for watching. We do hope you enjoyed. You know, if you want to get in contact with us, throw us an email at ousetimefilmpod@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at ousetimefilmpod or Instagram ousetimefilmpod. Links in the description below.
If you want to follow me, follow me on Twitter. It's comedyjohn42. I'm not going to do Instagram, so get that.
I'll get rid of Instagram. Get out of here.
Wait a minute.
What?
Since when did you have Lego DC supervillains?
Oh, I got it for my birthday.
Oh.
I've been playing it. It's pretty cool.
Okay,
I haven't played that much. And if you want to follow me, I am Tom the Bodman on Twitter as well. We hope you enjoyed. Again, stay safe out there. Things are kind of going.
Wear a mask, please.
Yes, things are
more.
Yeah, they're ramping up. Yeah. So please stay safe.
Lockdown 2.
Electric
a great sequel.
Lockdown 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's an interesting sequel. I wonder where it goes.
Probably.
Will be people wear more masks.
Probably just full of masks.
I know there's going to be a film where people are going to be like, it's called Lockdown.
Oh yeah, you just wait. Yeah, but yes, until then, take what you're given.
Give nothing back.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.